Sup, y'all? That's for you, Cabot. We are to the end and the very last scene of this play. It is 25 minutes long. Okay, 26 minutes and 22 seconds, but I've got my popcorn and my dirt coke. And also, I'm just going to get ready because y'all can just call me Paris. This is my fruit salad bowl. No, I don't make a fruit salad in it. I just put fruit in it. Also, I have my sword and I have my gift to lay at Juliet's grave in lieu of flowers. I don't really have any flowers right now. So, let us begin. I don't think I can keep this on my head very long. We'll try. Oh, here we go.
Only if I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand.
I'm a liar.
My bosom's lord sits lightly in his throne, and all they stay and
Fine. You're not supposed to move. I forgot my horse.
Hence and stand aloof, yet put it out, or I would not be seen. Under yon yew tree lay thee all along, holding thy ear close to the hollow ground. So shall no foot upon the churchyard tread, being loose, unfirm, with digging up of graves, but thou shalt hear it. Whistle then to me a signal that thou hearest something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee, go. I'm almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. I will adventure. Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will dew, or wanting that with tears distilled by moons.
We'll water the flowers with my tears.
For thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave.
Every night?
The boy gives warning, something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight, to cross my obsequies and true love's right? One with a torch, not only night, a while. Give me that maggot in the wrenching iron. Hold.
Forgot my wrenching iron.
Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and father.
Very important.
Upon thy life I charge thee. Whate'er thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment.
Liar!
But
my neighbor,
if thou jealous dost return to pry, and what thy father shall intend to do, by heaven I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time of my intents are savage, wild, more fierce and more inexorable far than empty tigers or the roaring sea.
Okay.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
He's
so
lying.
Shalt thou show me friendship, take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. For all this same I'll hide me hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
So now Balthazar and Paris are both hiding.
Detestable mob, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth.
You ate
thus
the sweetest snack
force thy
on
rotten
earth.
jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
We could say that the tomb feels
Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died, and here is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies.
Don't you cut up my Tybalt. Don't you touch him.
Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die. I must indeed, and therefore came I hither.
That's why I'm here.
Youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee. I beseech thee, youth. Put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Oh, be gone. By heaven, I love thee better than myself, for I come hither armed against myself. Stay not. Be gone.
Why are you here?
Live, and hereafter say a madman's mercy bid thee run away. I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Ha!
Wilt thou provoke me, then have at thee, boy! I will go call the watch. I am slain. If thou be merciful, open the tomb. Lay me with Juliet.
Somebody drag me in there.
In faith, I will.
He's like, okay,
Let me
seems fair. You love Juliet too. You can lie next to each other.
Mercutio's kids.
Who was it? Who did I kill? Oh crap, it's Paris.
County Paris.
That's how we know that Mercutio is related to the prince.
What said my man when my betossed
The very
soul
last
did not attend
scene.
this sweetly road? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet.
Oh,
Said he
I
not
remember that.
Or did I dream it so? Or am I mad, hearing him talk of Juliet, to think it was so? Oh, give me thy hand. One rid with me in the sour misfortune's book.
Drag me in there.
In a triumphant grave. A grave. Oh, no. A lantern slaughtered you. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence full of light. Death, lie thou there, by a dead man interred.
Cool.
How oft when men are at the point of death, have they been merry which their keepers call a lightning before death? Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Oh,
this is a good line.
my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks.
Why? Because she's alive.
Pale flag is not advanced there.
Oh, well, look who it is.
Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Oh, what more favour can I do to thee than with that hand that cut thy youth in twain to sunder his that was thine enemy?
I'll
Forgive me,
pay your killer back.
cousin.
I'll kill myself. Oh, back to her.
Juliet,
Okay.
why art thou yet so fair?
I don't know.
Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour?
Lover, mistress.
For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this pallet of dim night depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids.
Kind of gross.
Will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh?
I cast off my fate.
Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace, and lips, oh, you. The doors of breath seal with a righteous kiss a dateless bargain to engrossing death.
That's the worst.
Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks thy sea-sick, weary bark. Kiss to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Finally. Oh. Oh. That's not funny. I'm sorry.
St. Francis be my speed. Oh, how oft tonight have my old feet stumbled to graves.
Hey, look, I have a lantern.
There's one, a friend, a one that knows you well. Bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yond, that vainly lenses light to grubs and eyeless skulls, as I discern it burneth in the Capel's monument. That's so holy, sir.
Oh no! Who's there?
That you know, who is it? Romeo. How long hath he been there? Full half an hour. Go with me to the vault. I dare not, sir. My master knows not, but I am gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death if I did stay to look on his intent. Stay, then I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me, oh much I fear some ill unthrifty thing.
As you should.
Sleep under this yew tree here. I dreamt my master and another fought, and that my master slew him. Romeo? What blood is this which stains the snowy entrance of this sepulchre? What mean these masters and gory swords to lie discovered by this place of peace? Romeo, oh, pale.
Oh.
Who else but Paris too, and steeped in blood? Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance. The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise, lady. Come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come
What
away.
power would that be? Fate.
Thy husband is thy bosom there lies dead. And Paris too. Come, I dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stand.
Oh, get thee hence, for I will not.
Wait a minute. Where does he want to put her? Among a sisterhood of holy nuns? Is he saying that she should become a nun? It's like for Juliet. Nah, man. I don't want to be a nun. Psh. Why does he go?
What's here? A gap closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. O child, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them to make me die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lead boy, this way.
Yea, no reason, I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. Ah, there rest, and let me die. Ah.
This is the place. There, where the torch doth burn. The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Go, some of you. Whoever you find, attach.
There go the watchmen.
Here lies the county slain, and Juliet bleeding. warm and newly dead, who here hath lain this 2 days buried.
Weird.
Go, tell the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues, some other search. We see the ground whereon these woes do lie, but the true ground of all these piteous woes we cannot without circumstance descry. Here's Romeo's man, we found him in the churchyard. Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Here is a friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps. We took his mattock and his spade from him as he was coming from this churchyard side.
A great suspicion. Stay the friar too.
Yeah, you wait here.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning rest?
What should it be that is so shrieked abroad?
All the people in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet and some Paris, and all run with open outcry toward our monument.
What fear is this which startles in your ears?
Sorry. Here lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm and new killed.
What?
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man, with instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Oh, heavens. Oh, wife, look how our daughter bleeds. This dagger hath misstained, for lo, his house is empty on the back of Montague, and it missheathed in my daughter's bosom.
Oh me, this sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early done.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
Oh, thou art taught. What manners is in this to press before thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent. And then will I be general of your woes and lead you even to death. Meantime, forbear and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
What happened?
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand both to impeach and purge, myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage, or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it brought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come as this dire night, to help to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident.
By the plague.
Yesternight returned my letter back. Then, all alone, at the prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault, meaning to keep her closely at my cell, till I conveniently could send to Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her awakening, here untimely lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience. But then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me, but as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy.
And nurse knows as well.
And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour before his time unto the rigour of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua to this same place, to this same monument. This letter he early bid me give his father, and threatened me with death going in the vault if I departed not and left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look on. Where is the countess page that raised the watch? Sirrah, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him, and then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words there, course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die, and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love.
Fate, not God.
And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whilst Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set, as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich are Romeo's by his lady's lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun, for sorrow, will not show his head.
No, son.
Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
If you had to rank who is most responsible and how, would you say that it's the parents for getting in the fight? Would you say that the friar is responsible, or Romeo and Juliet, or the fact that Romeo didn't get the letter? So is it Balthazar's fault? I would like to know your opinion. And I will create a flip grid so that you can answer that question. The end. Woo!